Hey everyone, welcome back to Fashion Design with Hannah. Today we'll be sitting down with two emerging designers within the fashion industry who are really making a name for themselves. They are two of my former FIT classmates who are very innovative and creative with what they do. So let's hear from them.
Hi, my name is Margarita, Ng2.
And my name is Cristina, Ng2. We are fraternal twins born and raised in the Dominican Republic.
We are Chinese Dominican and we graduated with a master's degree in 2020.
As you were born in the Dominican Republic and you came to New York, there were 3 schools you could choose from. What made you decide to choose FIT for studying fashion design?
When we came to New York City, we didn't know what school was best for fashion. Someone mentioned that FIT was the one, so we chose FIT. We think that FIT is one of the best schools when it comes to learning the basics or the fundamental techniques when it comes to creating or constructing a garment.
What we learned from there is that FIT teaches you how to start from scratch to finish, which is very crucial for a fashion designer to understand how a piece is constructed.
So many students who study fashion design at FIT too, they tend to end their studies at the bachelor level. So what made you guys decide to continue on to the master's?
We have to acknowledge that we were fortunate and grateful that we could further our education, and we got into the MFA program at FIT after a year gap. As mentioned earlier, we learned the basics and the technical sides of our journey during our BFA years. We felt that we had this emptiness that needed to be fed. We were looking to fulfill our conceptual minds. We had this desire that we wanted to feed our creative mind or creative hunger. And for those reasons, we decided to pursue our MFA degree.
All right, so being from outside of the country, and not many people know this here, what's it like with the visa situation for being both a student and for finding work?
Well, when you come from another foreign country, you have a student visa, which is an F1 visa that allows you to study in the United States. The college or university gives you a form, which is called I-20. That I-20 form proves that you are legally enrolled in a program of study in the States. After you graduate from your degree, you can apply for an OPT, which is an optional practical training that allows you to start to work for a year. That depends on your major. For instance, fashion designer is allowed for 1 year, but for what I heard from for graphic design is 3 years, which is like different. And now that with this situation with the pandemic, it is hard to find jobs, especially for international students, because they want to keep working and learn more. But because of some companies are not willing to sponsor them, but some might if they want to, if they see that they have potential. But there are other options, like for instance, for us, we are trying to apply for the artist visa. Artist visa is a visa that gives you an opportunity to demonstrate that you're good at your field. That gives you it's different from working visa like J1 or H1 visa, that is like you work for the company, for that company. But for artist visa, you can work for different companies that you are allowed to. Usually it's like 3 years of visa minimum.
Oh, that's a lot better. I didn't even know that existed.
It's better, but it's sort of hard to get because you have to prove a lot of things like press, your collection. It's more into you will have to spend more money than a company that can sponsor you for a working visa, which is like a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Everyone is trying to get that because it's more beneficial. You can transfer to other company or other brand, whereas like the working visa is like you have to stay for that company for 3 years, which sucks.
And is that why you then started your label?
Yes, yeah, we want to like get the experience, but like we need like like how the industry works, because we don't want to jump right away and
Yeah.
like waste money on trying to figure out things out. Sometimes it's better like people give us opinion. It's better you start working for someone. I know like if you have the source financially, it's good if you want to, but if you want to like save money and work for someone, like you learn and you make connection, that's much better. So that's why we're kind of doing this and trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
So with the visa and your label, are you able to hire anyone, or do you have to make all the clothing yourself?
Well, all the looks that we made for our MFA collection were like the pieces were made by ourselves. We have this philosophy that if you know how to make it, why not make it yourself? So we set this challenge so that way we experience how much time, effort, and detail go into constructing or creating a garment. Don't get me wrong, it is good to have an additional sets of hands, so it just speeds up the process of creating a garment. But I think that's a way for us, a designer, to learn how much effort you put into creating or constructing a garment. How much it will take to make an average piece, it all depends what you consider an average piece. For us, to make an intricate piece from scratch to finish, we need to consider patterning, creating a sample of various prototypes, purchasing all materials. This includes trims, fabrics, and also the finishes. It takes us approximately 2 weeks to a month for us.
That's pretty dang good, especially from scratch. Or have you guys started doing like blocks or anything?
Yeah, we experimented with fabric, and then there's error as well. So we need to create a lot of multiple samples, and that's a lot of waste too, which I don't really like. But that's how it is in fashion.
So with the amount of supplies that you are buying, have you begun to like set up accounts with companies like Mood or anything for setting up like maybe a bulk discount? Or do you still come in as like a retail customer?
Oh, it's actually a retail customer.
Yeah.
It takes so much money. That's why I feel like we need to actually intern for a company, and we know how actually they save money by buying bulk. We actually buy everything in retail price, so that costs a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot more.
It's a lot of money.
And I'm not sure if the visa allows this, but as far as the public knows, you don't have any retail available for your clothing. Do you guys plan on doing that soon or sometime in the future?
To be honest, we don't have a solid plan yet, but we have been thinking of creating a small capsule.
Currently, we're interning at Nililo 10 in the production department. This internship provides us a better understanding and a closer look at how production works, especially domestically.
So now we're going to go on to the fan submitted questions, as we do have some people eager to ask you some things. Now, you mentioned with the sampling that you have some waste that you are concerned about. So what do you think about sustainability as it comes to fashion? Do you think about it a lot with your designs?
We have been thinking of doing something about it, but we think that Cloth 3D is one of the greatest options when it comes to visualizing your designs from scratch.
It can streamline your design process from the power of true-to-life 3D garment simulation. You can save a lot of material waste, such as fabric waste and paper waste, which is very good. It features real-time development, virtual sampling, and it gives you design dimension. So it's a way sort of like sustainable. Like instead of like doing all this process, buying all these fabrics, a better way is just to start like doing cloth design, because you save so much fabric and waste, and which is like so good, because it's like it's very exact, like how you like start draping, doing all the patterns. It's like very exact to the real ones.
3D tends to be very expensive for doing the licensing for it. Have you guys found a way to do 3D design for like a small business like yours?
I know we learned a little bit of Claw, but I know the licensing is like $20 per month.
It's individual.
It's not like compared to Photoshop. There's a lot. It's sort of the same.
It's not like Adobe price. It's for one individual or one account for students, I believe. That's what we heard from technician. It's $25 per account monthly, which is cheaper. You have actually one free trial, for per account, I believe.
We didn't experience much utilizing Claw, but at the beginning, it's you have to get the hang of it.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that one was that cheap because I know Browseware is like $1,000 for.
No,
it's not like
it's not really.
It's affordable for a student who wants to learn. It's like affordable. If you want to just start like using the free trial and use because they also provide fabrics. That is similar to like the real fabric, and you can see and you can drape in real life, sort of like real, which is very amazing. And you save. You have to learn, but it gives also the measurement of your avatar. You can create your own avatar, and the measurements is very incredible.
And this is where you still have the ability to mess around with the patterns, right?
Yes.
That's good. So in terms of sustainability, hemp is definitely something that comes up a lot in discussions. What do you think about the future of hemp in fashion?
We think that hemp is a great alternative to cotton. Cotton has been called the dirty plant. It takes a quarter of the world's pesticides, which are hazardous chemicals to humans. The GMO crop cotton takes 5,000 gallons of water to produce 2 pounds of fabrics, whereas hemp takes half of the land, 10% of water to produce the same amount of fabric. It doesn't require as many pesticides as cotton does.
And I would like to add Recovens, one of the luxury brands, used experimentation with hemp in his tailored pieces for his fall winter 2011 and fall winter 2018. And we think that hemp will be the fabric of the future.
Is there any advice that you can give to anyone who wants to start their label out?
One of the good things is give Claw 3D a try, because I think it's a good option when you want to start creating or constructing a garment. I think Claw 3D is the best option and a sustainable one.
Thank you so much for interviewing with me. It's so great to hear from you and about your label and everything that you do. If you, the viewer, would like to see more from Ng2 Studios, I will have their link down below for both Facebook and Instagram and their website as well. And as always, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Bye! I think Claw 3D is the best option and a sustainable one.
Wait, did I say thank you? I didn't say thank you on camera.
Really?
Oh no. I think we just started talking.